Ladies and gentlemen, family, we're here to talk about the Van Der Vaart comments towards Lamine Yamal and how people have reacted to it, how people have had their opinion about it, because it's absolutely disgusting. So, to put everything into my context, I got to know the Van Der Vaart comments. I was like, yeah, I mean, he is cooking, he is spitting. Then I was watching the Spain-Netherlands game yesterday, and here's my reaction. And as you can see, honestly, usually, I have an agenda against Yamal. I don't want him to score. That was a beautiful goal in a huge moment. Even though he had a stinker the entire game, I was like, yeah, still, Yamal has scored. But then the camera turns around and he's dragging down his pants. And people are like, no, you're trying to find something to hate on. No, it's the opposite. Lamine Yamal is always managing to do something that can't make me just appreciate him. Because he's such an unlikable person. Lamine Yamal yesterday scored. Obviously, they went on to penalties, but pretty much you could say scored the winner or a heavy crucial goal. The majority of the talking points after the game was him sagging his pants. Is Lamine Yamal okay with this? Is Lamine Yamal okay with having controversial talks about him? Obviously, people saying controversial stuff about you on media and online, it happens. It happens. But when you are doing stuff on purpose for that, basically just ruining yourself. Let's go into Van Der Vaart's comments. Go to something that started to bother me a little bit. He wasn't trying too hard. Pants pulled too low, not putting in much effort, slightly superficial gestures, he stated as quoted. That's when I think, you're so young, you should be happy for every minute you play for Spain. It doesn't matter how good you are at that age. You have to prove it every minute in every game. And he also had to say this, nothing changes the Hato, simply had him in the bag. So a lot of these comments were after the first game versus the Netherlands. I didn't concentrate that much on the game. I was mostly watching the France-Croatia first leg. But Yamal had a stinker in that game. And what Van Der Vaart is saying is Yamal just wasn't trying hard enough. And that has been pretty much Yamal this entire season, apart from maybe the first 2 months when he was really good for FC Barcelona. He's playing so arrogantly. And this is something that I picked up early on. This is something a lot of people have started picking up. This is something that a lot of Barca fans have even started picking up. He's just playing arrogantly. He's playing like without enough hunger or motivation. Van Der Vaart, fully valid comments, and even goes at him for sagging his pants, which is a disgusting thing to do. What does Lamine Yamal do with all of this? What does Lamine Yamal do with valid criticism hit at him? He scores a huge goal, takes down his pants, and then posts it on Instagram. Imagine getting valid criticism. And your response is doing the same thing in front of millions and making it into a big talking point. That even PSG himself has to make a video talking about this. You know how childish that is? It's like your parents saying, I don't know, yo, don't throw that. And you throw it just arrogantly. I would do it. What will you do? I would do it. What will you do? Well, you're not doing a good thing. If Lamine, I don't know, if Van Der Vaart said, I don't even think of something. Oh, don't take long shots. Don't take long shots. You're not good at it. And then Yamal scores a long shot. Boom. It was completely invalid, could potentially be valid if he's spamming long shot, but completely invalid comment by Van Der Vaart, and Yamal shuts him up. But Van Der Vaart is nearly as a father figure in this picture, because Yamal doesn't have one, and he's telling him, stop sagging your pants, stop playing like you've already done something. Obviously, he's won the Euros at the age of 17, which pretty much no player has done, especially how well he performed at the Euros. But stop acting like you won it. The reason Messi and Ronaldo, for example, were so great wasn't because of the peak. It was about the longevity peak. It was about the immense hunger. 1 Ballon d'Or, 2 Ballon d'Ors, 3 Ballon d'Ors, 4 Ballon d'Ors, 5 Ballon d'Ors wasn't enough. And people are already hyping up Yamal like he's on that level. I don't think so. But if he actually is on that level, which he actually deludedly believes in his head, you gotta play like them. You think Ronaldo and Messi were sagging their pants? No, they were fucking training. They were playing hard football. And again, that's my issue. Complete valid criticism, Yamal can't take it. Yamal cannot take valid criticism. And this has been, and this will continue. This will continue now. Now it was Van Der Vaart. More people will start speaking up about this. I realized Lamine Yamal was arrogant pretty much last season. Ever since then, Yamal has just done more stuff. More stuff to prove to people that he's arrogant. I'm not the only one that believes Lamine Yamal is arrogant anymore. And then even on the Instagram, Ferran Torres says, lower them a little bit more, please. Like, these are the people around him that are joking about stuff like this. They're joking about stuff like this. And one thing I want to also come to, because when I was talking about this on the podcast, people are talking, firstly, just about the sagging pants thing. Like, this is something that's come from prison. I don't care if now it's part of Black culture or American culture. I couldn't care less. I care where it came from and what it's supposed to mean. First of all, it came from prison. You don't want to be doing anything that came from prison due to them not having belts or want to show their ass to some other inmate. But what I do want to tell you, it's an animalistic behavior. I don't care if you're black, white, Asian, yellow, green, Brazilian, and you do this. This is a disgusting act. My son was walking around like this. We cannot talk. This is disgusting. This is proof of... That's what it's proof of. It's absolutely disgusting that people keep on defending this. And then when I say Yamal is arrogant, people say, well, you don't have to be arrogant. It's not bad to be arrogant. That just, the moral compass around the world now, like there really isn't any valid morality anymore. Like people don't actually know what's good and what's bad. Being humble is good. Being arrogant is bad. If you're in the center, like in between, it's calm. You don't have to be extremely humble. Obviously, being extremely humble, I'll give you extra praise. That's a great thing. That's the best possible thing. Majority of people in the world are religious. Christians, Jesus, humble. Muslims, Prophet Muhammad, humble. Hindus, Gandhi, humble. Buddha, humble. So, no, humble is the essence of a pure person. And being arrogant is the essence of being a bad person. Look at all bad people throughout history. Well, they were extremely arrogant. So I don't even know why I need to explain that. This is just how cooked people are or how biased they are. They want to defend Yamal to a certain extent where everything he does is just funny. Because he's 17, sagging your pants, funny, doing this. And that's why I was so happy when he missed that pen. Like even his run up to that penalty, like it was like, I'm him. One final thing I also have to say is, if anyone watches the UFC and so on, McGregor, for me, he's a perfect example because he was arrogant since he was young. He came into the UFC. Beginning, he was arrogant, he was cocky, but he won the fights. And then it was harder to critique him. But when you don't even win your fights, when you have 6 goals in La Liga this season, like you can't be acting like you're the best player in the world and doing this fucking disgusting stuff. And now we have to, unfortunately, react to other people's, reaction to this situation. So under the tweet here, call it arrogant, call it whatever you want, but we need more players like him and Vinny. Way too many media-trained NPCs in today's game. We need more personality. This is the issue I have. Personality does not equal being a disgusting human being. Personality does not mean to be arrogant. Do people even understand what personality means? It doesn't seem to me they understand. And putting him in the same boat as Vinny, like... behaving like his father. Yeah, as I said, this is peak. Probably his dad was not there for parts of his childhood. Yeah, badly raised kid. Yamal, but if it was my sleeve skill, would you want his head on spike? No, don't worry. There are a lot of people that have absolutely no, fake love, fake coverness for Yamal, that he can do whatever he wants and it's okay. No, this is a disgusting act. It should be absolutely critiqued. He's acting arrogant these days. Let's actually take a look at the quotes because comments nowadays on Twitter are cooked, man. Because of the verified Julan stuff. Most unlikable player in the world. Be such a heatable scumbag 17, man. Becoming arrogant these days. Wow. Shout out to the people, man. The nation are catching up. People used to motherfucker talk shit all the time, making PR statements. That's why they're not I should put old retard. What? I don't know how Yamal put Van Der Vaart in his place. Van Der Vaart is telling him, stop being arrogant and pull up your pants. Basically, helping Yamal, wanting the best for him. I don't know if intentionally he wants the best for Yamal, but he's telling him, don't be arrogant. Don't be sagging your pants. And Yamal sags his pants and acts arrogantly. How is he shutting up? How is he putting the old retarded fart in his place? Like, people actually... What's the aura for me? He's fast. You think you won't bang on your shit, bang on your shit, bang. Wow. Jamal died Van Der Vaart. What a. Imagine if Yamal just scored the goal, man. And just, I don't know, did a Van Der Vaart or something. Even at that point, no, just score the fucking goal, man. Like, this guy is so obsessed about what people say about him to such a certain extent. And this time, it was completely valid criticism, man. When they asked him how many goals have he scored, what does he do? How many goals have Vinny scored? Like, this guy, he can't take criticism, man. This is an issue I had with Kylian Mbappe before as well, because he's also extremely arrogant. But Mbappe was never this arrogant, especially at Yamal's age. It's that you can't take valid criticism. You're so arrogant in your head. You have zero self-awareness that everything you do is perfect. Everything other people say negatively about you or critique you or say anything about you is wrong. I really cooked this time. Wow. Same guy that has me talk shit about Jude, but he never responded. 50 bros made him some villain, so arrogant. Okay. What? I mean, we can end it on that comment. He's becoming so likable day by day. And yeah. I mean, did I plan to make this video? No. But when I saw this, especially when I saw Yamal post this on Instagram, I was like, fuck, man. And just look at the YouTube comments. Every single Barca fan that wants to defend Yamal would say, he's either 17, you're hating on a kid, it's okay to be arrogant, he's not arrogant. And think about it, this is not the only thing that makes him arrogant. It's been, you can go and watch the previous video where I have like a billion reasons why he's arrogant, and this is just another one, and another one. But I hope everyone just opens their eyes. Does this take away from his footballing ability? No. No, that's why I still say Yamal is a very good player. Yamal is a very good player. But as a person, it makes me, I can't appreciate, because if you're a really good football player, good for you. But if you're also a bad person, I don't want you the best for you. I don't want you to succeed. I don't want you to score a goal because you're a bad person. Why would I want something good for a bad person? It was the same thing with Mbappe. Like, he's a bad person. I don't want him to get the best. If you talk other Barca players, Rafinha, he's a good person. He can get the best he wants. If he scores a banger, I'm like, wow, Rafinha, shout out to you, man. Pedri, shout out to you. Valverde for Madrid, shout out to you. Man, it's a bit hard finding humble players. Rodrigo, shout out to you, Rodrigo. But like if Mbappe or Jude or Yamal or even Vinny, no, I don't want that. I don't want success for arrogant people. Why would I want that? You know, that's a bad image. Like, kids are watching the sport. Young people are growing up watching the sport. And these are the representatives we have. This is the new golden boy, sagging his pants. Well, that's been it from Boy Pigeons. Hopefully, guys, have enjoyed this video. And as usual, allez, le Paris.